All right, gather around, folks, because I did something so financially stupid, it deserves its own Netflix documentary. I spent $2,500 on an online course promising to make me rich for 30 days. On who you ask? Jordan Welch is a well-known e-commerce expert who has a six-figure business. Documenting his journey on YouTube, now 25, with over 6 million in online revenue. He lives in Miami, sharing his entrepreneurial insights. We've all been seduced by those ads. Some 22-year-old on Instagram leaning against a rented Lamborghini saying,
"Dropshipping changed my life, bro."
Then I see Jordan Welch, smooth dude, slick ads, testimonials from people who look like they've never cried in a Target parking lot. He's promising the winning store. Let's sell our product, but first we need to know what makes a good product. A good product needs to be one that solves people's insecurities. A good example is the look maxing cult, where men, mostly Indians, try to improve their facial looks to improve their social status. It needs to solve a big problem in their lives. The second rule is, it's trending, I need to use what already works, so I can skip the learning curve. Third rule is, look for ones that have room of improvement. Don't go against companies with multi-million empire and thousands of sales. That's not competition, that's monopoly. Look for competition that have crap websites, dodo water ads, and all I have to do is make it a little better. Rule 4. Jordan Welch says sell expensive stuff because we need enough to run our ads. So I needed products that I can sell 3x. And finally, the product needs to work. And legal. I don't know why I had to say that, but I feel like some of you all needed to hear that. And how can I find a good product? The websites Jordan Welch gave were crap. One was called Minia to find trendy products online, which cost $49, and supplier was Alibaba. So I did some digging, and believe me, I did. I found a website called CJ Dropshipping. Meet the Temu for Shopify. Bro, I should be gatekeeping this, but it had to come out. This provides product supplies solely for e-commerce and automates your packaging and shipping for you. You can get products over here for dirt cheap, like men watches, skincare, and even supplements. If you can't find one, you can use Jordan's strategy by going to Facebook, look for a store, go to its profile, click on About, go to Page Transparency, click on See Ad Library. This allows you to see if a store has competition and also their ads. Now let me create a store. There are only two types of stores. The general store. These are stores that sell different items in one place. Example can be Amazon. Then the Is the One Product store, which sell one product like McDonald's that sell food. Jordan's strategy is to make a hybrid, one that sells multiple items, but in one category. Apple sells iPhones, headsets, tablets, etc., but all fall under electronics. You shouldn't sell one that doesn't have too many products. This is because people don't trust websites like that anymore, and selling only one product leaves a lot of money on the table. So let me show you an example of my store so far. I call it Glow Gent. Cool, huh? It has a minimalist design. It's cool and simple. And most important part is it doesn't look like it's from Shopify. I know it sounds like a contradictory, but let me explain. People now hate Shopify stores because 99.9% either make cheap ripoffs of a original one, or it's just overall bad, and it's just a cheap Chinese product. This will make you stand out from other generic soulless stores out there. Now let me show you how to make a business name with AI. You can go to this website called Nameflix. You thought I was going to say use ChatGPT, huh? This website will create you a logo as well. I had to give a new alternative cause my bro gave Canva, so I thought to give something that's quick. I will give you a step guide to make your Shopify store. If you're enjoying this, make sure you like and subscribe so we can help as much people as we can. Thanks, and I appreciate you. Before we start, create an email for your Shopify store from Google. Create your online store. What's your business? And every obvious answer. Make sure you create a strong password too, or Russian mobs will steal your info, and now your store is gone. So this is your Shopify account, and just before we customize is one important thing I must say. Make sure you put your location and time zone so that Shopify put your orders accurately. And for payments, just use the standard Shopify payments. Put your business type as an individual account. Add your PayPal account because no one knows your store. And adding one will make your store convenient, safe, and it just takes 30 seconds to set up. One final tip and it's put on tipping. I was confused as you when I found out that you can put tipping and apparently people tip your store. Now pay attention here under delivery. You want to delete all this put free and premium shipping. People will compare things more than it actually is. So getting something for free when you bought something feels like a bargain. Just go to Ad Rate, click on Custom Pricing, and put you minimum amount of free shipping. Add for your policy, bro. Just use ChatGPT. Come on now, it's 2025. So let me show you my final store. If you don't have cash, you can use themes called Refresh or Sense since it's free. You can use a website called Dsers, which allows you to import products from AliExpress to your store. Let me show you how to use Dsers. Just go to AliExpress and choose a product you want to sell. Go to Import List, pass the link here, click the Edit button here, and set your price tag. Rule of thumb is, choose prices like $20, $99, or $30, 66 instead of round numbers, and your product would look like this on your store. Here is my finished store. As I said, make sure it doesn't look generic, and Jordan advises to use free shipping plus 50% off on products to make it more eye-catching. However, let me show you how to make it more professional. I know you may be wondering what price tag you're going to put for your product. Well, don't worry, but you can just use. Nah, I'm just playing. There is a trick you can use called quantity-based products. You know those buy 2, get 1 free deals. Yeah, this how you can do it. If you sell each product for $20, just sell 2 for $6 and give 1 free that way. People think they may bargain for buying a product, but secretly, they just bought 3. Or you can say buy 3 products and get a 50% off on your next deal. Now, let's make bonus pages to make our store more professional, starting with the contact page. Pretty self-explanatory, but if people don't have a way to communicate with you, your trust will be kicked out of the window with a dirty boot. It's simple. Just go to your online store, go to Pages, and you will see that you can add contents. Just type what you want, click View, and voila. You can also do About Does page. No one reads that much, honestly. Unless you're above 40, and besides, they already got the story from the video or ad they watched. Oh, and for your privacy policy, come on, man. It's 2025. For FAQ, I'm not trying to be generic here, but I'm as lazy as you are. You can search 17 track order. This allows your customers to track their orders. Just add it to your store, man. It will deal with impatient customers. Now, finally, on my 3rd week, while watching Jordan Welch, I'm going to show you how to place TikTok ads. Why I'm doing TikTok ads is because TikTok is less restricted than Facebook when it comes to ads and you are against weaker competition. But if you want a Facebook ad class, blow this video up and I got you. And for goodness sake, make your ad feel like a TikTok video and not an ad. Use Minia or Tradell to find what's trending. Create 3 variations of your videos you're going to post. That way you find the best hook for your videos. Now time to create our TikTok business account. Just place this setting.
We're gonna launch a campaign to test our product on TikTok. First things first, you need to click on create right here, and we're gonna go through each step one by one. I'm gonna click on the custom mode because I like to take full control over the ads. And the first thing that we're going to be clicking on is website conversions. You might think we wanna do product sales, but we're gonna do website conversions. So go ahead and leave that just like that. We don't need to put on smart performance campaign, but we do wanna name our campaign. So we're gonna put the name of our product, talking flashcards, and we're gonna go ahead and put testing. Now, you can also put the locations that you're gonna be targeting. In this case, I'm probably gonna do it to the US and to Canada. So we can say US to CA. This is just the way I like to do my testing campaign titles. So you could do it the same way. Whatever works for you, works for you. So we have the campaign name right here. We don't need to put any type of special ad categories. And what I recommend you do on this first campaign is not using the campaign budget optimization. Essentially what that is, we're going to pick one budget for the entire campaign, and it's going to spread that out across all of our different audiences, but it's going to spread it out based on which ones are performing better. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to click on continue right here, and we're going to set up our first ad group. We're going to give this the ad group name. We're going to do broad. We're going to do just like I did before, US and Canada. And then we're going to make sure we select our TikTok pixel that we already created in the last video. And for our optimization event, we're going to make sure that we click on complete payment. This basically means a purchase. Somebody that comes to our site completes a purchase and payment on our website. Now, I recommend that you turn off all these other placements like Global App Bundle and Pangle, and we just keep it right here on TikTok because that is the platform that we're trying to optimize for. If you click on advanced settings, you can turn off comments, you can turn off video download. This I'm going to turn off so our customers or our competitors, in fact, cannot go ahead and download and just steal our ad right away so easily. video sharing, we are gonna leave on because we want people to be able to share it around with their friends. And I do like leaving on the comments, even though some people don't, because the comment section is where people start arguments and they say they love the product, and it makes for a community and it makes it feel like a more legit post. It's very rare that you see a real TikTok without comments. And remember, our goal is to make it look like a real TikTok, not an ad. So we're gonna leave the comments on and now move on to the targeting section. So like I said, we're gonna do US and Canada. Those are my two favorite countries to target on TikTok, as it has very limited targeting options for you. And then for the age, considering that we're selling a product that's targeted for parents, we don't want to target 13 to 17-year-olds. So we're gonna do 18 to 55 plus. So we're gonna select all these audiences right here. Now, I wouldn't necessarily language, especially if we have text on our ad. If we don't have text, it doesn't matter, but make sure we put the correct language inside of there. For spending power, I haven't really experimented with this much. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it as all. Of course, you can change it around if you want, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it as all. And now we have our interests and behavior. So for the first test, we're gonna go ahead and leave this blank, but in our next 4 audiences, we're gonna go ahead and customize that. So for the device, we can leave this blank as well, and we could just go down. Put the budget at $20, and now we're going to make sure that we set the start time to start the next day at 12 a.m. midnight, so we can spend that budget completely through the day and make sure that it spends evenly. If I launch it right now at the end of the day at 6 p.m., it's gonna blast that $20 really quickly and not give me the most accurate test. So I'm gonna click right here, start time to run ad group. I'm gonna click it on Wednesday. I'm gonna click OK, and then I'm gonna click on the time and make sure it is at 0.
If you can't afford TikTok ads, you can just make regular posts like I did over here. If you want a video on TikTok SEO, let me know in the comments down below, and I will help y'all out. Now to master customer connection and SMS sales, get another app called SMS Bump, which allows you to track your customers' email and SMS in one place. Check this sauce and switch on abandon to remind customers to buy products they forgot to buy. And once you're making sale, you should track your profits. This morning so far, we have made 28 sales from our 4th week, and now we on our 6,700 in profit from our store. I suggest using this app called Profit Cow that allows you track your profits so that you how much you have made. Now just connect to your store. Well, that's it. You have made at the end of the video, and most people fail because they give up on their first product. But I have showed you Jordan Welch and I, secret that has made him and me 5 to 7 figures. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I gave you all the tools you need to build a world class. After 5 weeks of back-aching labor, here is my final results. We made $12K in profit, which is more than I expected, but a step forward and just a transparent review of what works in his course.